Hello everybody, good morning. It's Saturday. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. I just, well, a little while ago, I looked at my video that I posted yesterday. It's the wrong video. I had so many in my camera for this series and tag and what have you, and I was supposed to delete that video because of the noise. My neighbor next door is such a sweetheart, and he was trimming his trees. He's a police officer, and so is his wife. And so he decided that our oak tree needed trimming as well. And so anyway, he did, and he trimmed a few other things. And when I saw that video this morning, I thought, oh my gosh, oh no. So for anybody watching that video, I'm not going to delete it. I'm going to leave it because I have had people comment on it already. I haven't commented back yet. I just watched the video and was just horrified. So I went back in my videos, and I actually ended up deleting most of them because they were just either too long or crazy, or I had things all over my desk, and yeah, so anyway, good morning. It's Saturday. We're past Friday, and I am almost finished actually with this because I've done, I think I did like 5 videos, which is really too much for this. So anyway, I will kind of go through what I've done so far, and if I repeat myself from that video, because I didn't even watch the whole thing, I was so horrified. Sorry. Yeah, so we're going to begin, and so far, this is the cover, which I showed you. These beads here are wooden beads that I found in my stash, obviously. My husband came in this morning to say goodbye. He had to work today, and he came in. I have 22 of these boxes, or smaller, like these. Sorry for the reach. These, this. It's crazy. When you're doing something like this, it is so much fun. You just pull out what you have and you just do, yeah. And then I have some beside me to the right, some beside me to the left, and yeah. But I'm almost done, so that's good. That button must have fallen out. These are just things I have to back and put in still, and I'm almost done. So let's do it. Let's get to it. So I hope you're all having a great day. I am. It is Saturday. It's the 7th, I believe, and it is, I don't know, 10 o'clock. I don't know what time this video will go up. I have to really, I have to watch it first. I'll never do that again. But it happens. I'm so sorry for the noise. And AJ is with the police department. He takes very good care of us. He is with the SWAT team, and Christina, his wife, is with the sheriff's department. She weighs about 100 pounds soaking wet in her uniform and her everything. She's just a sweetheart. And they're always looking after us. And, they know that John can't really be out in the heat, and neither can I, so just want to trim off a little bit of this here. So, okay, so this is what we've done so far. So the beads, I went through my buttons and my beads. You know what? I don't know where these buttons are coming from. I know they're coming from one of the pages. I had them in like a little folded piece of paper. I don't want to lose them, so I'll just put them right there. And I've got lotion on my hands, but I think it'll be fine. They're not real sticky. So that's the first page. Well, that's the cover. kind of goes like this when we're done. And I have thought of a closure, thought about 5. But, so it goes like this. And these wooden beads I made when I did a video for, I actually did a journal for a friend. But the journal I did was a boho journal, but my friend really, really, really loves Romania. And it was a very, you'll have to go look at the kit. Lydia launched it in the fall because I remember using a lot of the fall colors in that journal. And it's a fantastic, fantastic journal. So anyway, I had posted some pictures on Facebook, Instagram while I was making it, but I never did a walkthrough. But anyway, that's okay. She loves it, and she's very, very happy with it. I loved it. I almost didn't want to give it away. But, I mean, it was a gift. It wasn't like I just gave it away. It was a gift. And so anyway, I had made these beads, and I had 4 left, and I thought, I'm going to use these for the tail because, I mean, it just, I don't know, it just looks great. And I don't know, I haven't really looked at moths lately, but I don't know, I just thought that they look good as a dangle because, I mean, you really can't put a dangle here or anywhere. And I had left these strings long, and I thought, oh, rather than cut them, I think I'll just use them. And I haven't cut the strings yet because I might put, you know, a bead or 2 at the end. It's got a knot and it's glued in there tight. I mean, they're not going anywhere. I left just enough space between them. I didn't put any spacers or anything between them because I wanted to leave it more organic, you know. So anyway, so those are the beads. And then we have our first page, which was that fabric I had used with the lace so that I could use this pocket. I was going to just use this piece for those of you who are new or just stopping by for the first time. This is a kit by Raindrop Lila. I've been working, well, I had it ready since April, late April, early May. And I just wanted to get it done, so anyway, so if I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry, but for those of you who have been watching and following along. So this had a little pocket in it, so rather than cut this and just use it for the edge, I put it on and I sewed, you know, I just took my sewing machine and I sewed all the way around it before I put it's like a 3 signature. That's how I tied it in. I tied it in with the 3 signature with some wax linen thread. This button, I just did the button and put these wax linen thread through and then glued this on rather than sewing it on because I didn't want to compromise that. And this is just back on some, well, you'll see at the end because I didn't put any lace fabric on that, you know, on that end. And it does match up. It just depends on how that button, I don't want to take the button off. I think it looks cute, but. So this page here is sort of an ode to Edith Allen. Oh my goodness. I do know an Edith Allen. Edith Holden. So I just fussy cut some of the flowers out of one of the pages. And this is just a little bit of, I'll get to this. This is fabulous. This is actually coffee filter. And I just put June there. In part of one of the poems that she had written in, of course, that page number 75. I just, you know, me and numbers. If you're new here, I love numbers. And I love script. And I love, words. I love to read. I love books. So that is the first page. Yeah. So I'm just going to, as I go through it, I'm going to kind of mold my pages because I haven't done that yet. Here is just a little basket that I thought was cute with some flowers in it. And this is not Lydia's, but it was in my stash of spring summer things in my ephemera books. And what I did was I pulled everything from my ephemera books and put them in my boxes. And then I'll put them back in my ephemera books when I'm done. That way it keeps things a little bit more organized. This is just some, what is this? It is avocado lace paper that I had scanned. And then this was supposed to go in a pocket on one of my tags. But when I was working on it last night, I thought, oh wait, let me see if this fits. And it did. So this is an old ledger from the 1800s that I used as a page. So I just traced one of the butterflies. And then this is a smaller butterfly. Is that from the 1800s? Yeah, 1870. It said April, but I couldn't get the April in there. But I still have that little piece of April, but it's already June, so I'm just kind of going with the June, with it June. This is some music paper I ran through my printer on using wallpaper. I don't remember whose. So yeah, I just backed that onto there. Here's a little fairy. I used a little matchstick right here. And I might have done that in that last video that I didn't watch. And then this is just a little pot I made out of a piece of paper. And these are just some wax flowers from one of Lydia's kits. One of her spring kits. And then this little fairy's kind of peeking out the door to see who's picking her flowers. So I think what I'm going to, and this is crepe paper, which in hindsight, I kind of wish I dipped in a little bit of tea, but I didn't, and I actually like the pink. So, and then I put the blue to kind of bring in the blues, you know, like that. So I think I'll just glue these on now, and then I'll put their little antennae on with some thread. These are waxed. I did a whole waxing session back in the spring, and made, I don't remember what I made. I think journaling cards or specimen cards or something like that. So let me get some glue. I am back to using my Fabri-Tac, my art glitter glue, because I have so much of it, and I don't want to waste it. Like, I have the backup bottle to this and it's full. So rather than order, I mean, I still have the Bailey Arts and I think it's halfway full. I mean, just by feeling it, it's halfway full, and I've been using it since November, so it's a good buy. But I don't want to buy another bottle because, like I said, it's really a waste this is expensive and it's a waste to waste it. So I'm just going to glue a little bit of, and you can use glue stick for this, but I'm not putting it all the way down. I'm going to kind of put it like this and have its wings up like that. So if I was using it like a sticker, I'd just glue stick it down. But I want to more or less have him flying. And then I'll put his little antennae on with some thread. And then I'm thinking of possibly like this, or maybe down here, so I can have just someplace up there for a sentiment or a word. So maybe, would that look too over? Oh yeah, I think I'll just put one for now. Okay, so then I'll turn the page. Oh, this is where the buttons are going. So I'm putting one button here and here. No, I'm not. That's not where the buttons are going. Something else is going there, which I can do now as well. This is a trim from Angela Kerr, and I thought that would be pretty, but I'm not going to put it straight across. I'm going to cut these, which is the beauty of these little flowers. I love them. So I'm going to cut a few apart, maybe 4, and the buttons are going on a different page. I don't remember what color ribbon is on the other page. So I'm just going to put these like this. Just making sure I have the right side. Aren't they cute? So cute. I love, you know, the different variegated colors. And I think it just kind of brings everything in. You know, the blues, the pinks, it's got some yellows. So, yeah. I mean, just do this. Did I ask you how you were? I hope you're all doing well. I think I just jumped right in. I feel so bad about that video. Just make sure these are going on the right side. They do have a right side and a wrong side. They're really soft. I love them. And that's the beauty of this trim. Like, you could use it as one piece, or you could cut it up and use it as little flowers, which I think is super. So I'm not going to sew those on. I'll glue them on with some Fabri-Tac. I am really tired today. I think I've just been like going, you know, videoing, cleaning up, putting things away, taking things back out, finding more things. Oh my goodness. Just, yeah. I mean, I'm very fortunate, and I love to fussy cut. So many magazines, guys. Oh my goodness, so many magazines. Images, things I've cut out of. I mean, I've been cutting things out of Daphne's diary for years that I've picked up. We used to be able to get, I know that there's a right side and a wrong side to that, but maybe, yes, there is. We used to be able to get Daphne's diary at Barnes & Noble's, but not anymore. So I don't get it anymore, but I do have a lot of them end up in, you know, sometimes when I'm out of inspiration or just not feeling well, like I didn't video for like 3 months. For those of you who are new, I would sit out back and just and deconstruct magazines and or harvest them. I was going to make one time, and I still might, a Daphne's diary journal. Now I know it's not something you can sell, but just like for myself. So yeah, because I do have a lot, and a lot of images and a lot of good ideas, and I wish I could still get them, but you can't, not in the States, and it's an expensive subscription. So, and I already belong to Graphic Fairies, so that's enough for subscriptions. It's I highly recommend Graphic Fairies. I've learned a lot from Graphic Fairies. I wish I could digitally design. I've tried it, you know, learning from them a long time ago. But it's just not my thing. This is me. This is what brings me great joy. Using other people's digitals. I did have a comment once. Somebody said something about me being, oops, using digitals, but we won't even talk about that. It was very mean. They left a comment. But I love them. I love digitals. So there's that page. Cute or what? I mean, that's so bright and so cheery and so summer and so, I don't know, it's spring too. The blue is a little bit off, but I think it's far enough away from like the blue down here that it just, I don't know, I think it goes well. And then by adding those, I think it really pulls it all together. Turn the page. I have my little fairy here. What happened here? Did that come through? It did. That little bit of glue came right through that tea stain paper. But that's all right. It's fine. So I have a little fairy peeking out this door, which I think I did this pretty much right away. So this might be in the first video. I just think she's adorable. And there's a little milk can and some flowers here, and she's peeking out like, who's there? Who's there? Huh? my little story. And then my fairies, these, this idea came from Meredith at Chimera Collectives. And as soon as I saw them, I remembered I had some printed. They're much bigger. And I saved like all the wooden parts and stuff so I could like make little tree branches and things like that if I wanted to. And then this page, and then this is just a journaling card, shrunk down. And then there's a bird in here, a couple of birds. Oh no, a bird and like a little postcard. So this is a large sheet of squares, and I wanted the photos, so I used the squares because I knew, and it's printed on photo paper, the gloss photo paper, which if people are having trouble getting it at the Dollar Tree, so I don't know if they're carrying it anymore, but you can get it at Walmart. Very inexpensive. Buy the cheapest brand and use the, you know, your least amount of ink. Like on your settings, use just your, you know, your everyday average copy paper type ink, because it does saturate the paper, especially the cheaper brand of the, you know, the glossy. It comes out much better, especially if you're using color. Well, for my HP printer anyway. So that goes there. And then, let's see if I can turn this page. Here is another page, which, why isn't that turning? There you go. Anyway, there's a little scripture card in here, and this is another scripture card, but they go different ways. This is landscape, and this is the horizontal, vertical. Yeah, vertical. So I made a pocket out of this scripture card, and this just slides right inside here, and it's just backed with the backing that comes with that, and that's from her spring collection. And then this is just computer paper from my friend Celeste, or Edith Holden page that I just traced a butterfly on. Here's another envelope, and I have a whole bunch of those bird cards, the bird tags, or the bird squares, but again on the photo paper, which I love. I just love how these came out. They look like photos. I just think they look so cute, you know, and you could actually put them, you know, on pages as photos. So that's why I've kept so many of them, because there's plenty of space for me to do that. And I may make a little booklet to go with this as well, just to have it, you know, so I can do more journaling. I mean, there's plenty of spaces to write. I know a lot of people don't write in their journals, and this is more of an art journal, if you will, or something kind of just to look at. But I'll be writing in it for sure. So this, I believe, is Angela Kerr's, but I can't be positive. And I think this is from the, actually, now that I look at it, I don't remember. I don't remember. It could be Graphic Fairies. I don't remember. It could be Graphic Fairies, actually, now that I look at it. But it could be Angela's from her Not Down the Garden Path, the Garden Story. So that's from one of the photos, that photo square. I just cut him out and made him look like he was flying in the air. Fussy cut him. And then on this page, let me just do this. So on this page, we have, here I just took some gold embroidery floss, and I made a little bird nest with it by just taking it and wrapping it around my fingers like this and cutting it after I got it, you know, to how I wanted it. And then I just glued it down with some Fabri-Tac, and then I twisted it. I didn't tie it, but I twisted it once I took it off my fingers. I twisted it, put it down with some Fabri-Tac, and then I went in and snipped it. As you can see, I snipped like where it was rounded to make it look like a nest. And then I fussy cut this bird and this bird out of one of those little squares and made it look like a little nest. But I did use the gold because I just liked it. This, again, I made a little pocket, and in here is flowers. No, Fairy in the Garden. This is not, this is Mrs. Cog. It's so cute. There's a bird, there's a fairy, and then there's all kinds of woodland animals. There's birds and squirrels, and I know you probably can't see it. It's really tiny, but it does come really big. The whole page, I think I did 50%. So whatever was on the page, you know, shrunk down so that I could use it in this journal. Some of these I could have used bigger, like even this one. I think it came just a little bit bigger and that would have been fine, but I like it the way it is. It's fine. And this is from the Bird Spring Aesthetic one. It's a postcard from Lydia's kit. And I'll try to link all of the kits below that I've used. Sometimes I'll just kind of just take my ephemera out and ink it as I, you know, as I'm going through it. And then what I do is, let me just see here, get some of this ink off. I like to take most of the ink off of my brush before I do this part. But if you take it, see how these words are right here? Watch. I think I've done this like 1,000 times, but it brings everything forward. So anything that's in the background that she's layered, it brings it up forward. So for anybody that's new, make sure all your ink is off your brush before you do that. And then you'll actually be able to, even as small as that is, you'll be able to read it. And it kind of highlights and brings whatever she has put in the background there, or any artist that's done layering when they do their digitals, which God bless them. There, isn't that cute? That's also backed with the backing for, I forget which kit. So that goes right in there. And then this says Warbler, and that's the bird, the warbler bird. I'm going to kind of go over this a little bit. And believe it or not, when you do that, those birds turn different colors. There's greens, there's blues, there's yellows. But before I did that, all you saw was kind of black. I know that says Lila, but I like the shape of it, and I don't mind Lila being on there. But these are from her dictionary word definitions, dictionary definitions. So I just used, I think, the birds and the flowers. So that goes right in there. Vellum. This is Your Life is Your Garden, Nurture It. I made this into a pot. This is one of Angela Card's sentiments. I don't know if it's this year's or not. And then I put that fabulous coffee filter paper. And then I just laid these flowers up. These were waxed as well as this, and I just have to put a xanthan on from Lydia's spring kit. But I loved it on this blue, which is from Little Blessings. This is a little postcard that I made from one of Lydia's kits. And then it was waxed, so I put it on the back of some music paper. And then I stamped a little floral stamp. And I know this is upside down, but it's okay, because sometimes that will happen in older postcards. This is just a floral stamp that I have, you know, like a rubber stamp, and so is that. This one was okay. That one came out right side up. I just need to put a little stamp there, which I will do later. I have my stamps out because I know I have to use them for some of my postcards. And then this flower pot serves as a little tuck spot. And I cut that out of something that was a freebie of Angela's. I put a little bit of sorry there, and just to, I don't know, make it look like it was sitting on something. And then here is where I use some of that beautiful yarn in here, in case you're new. It, well, I've wrapped it on some cards. Uh-oh. Hold on one second. Let me just wrap this. Good. I typically will like wrap my sari that I make or my seam binding on cards, like plain cards. Some are vintage, some are new. This is a vintage one because I have a lot of them. Or I'll just use, so somebody's at my door and I'm not answering it because I'm not expecting anybody, so they can leave a message. It's Saturday and John's not home, so, and I don't have my phone because I'm videoing with it. I can look at my phone and see who's there, but I'm using it. So this, I just use a piece of file folder, but that's what that is. And you can get it on Amazon. I don't know who that is. They can ring all day. I'm not answering it. So that's what that is. And this I had left open for, you know, the edge. I had actually left all the edges open because I didn't know if I was going to put anything in there. So that's what I did for that. This, I just put a little piece of lace here because I had it and I just thought it looked good there. And then that's the vellum. And then this is a belly band I made with tickets, the spring kit. And that is from, I actually think I might round those corners. That's from Mrs. Cog. Fairies in the Garden. And this is such a sweet picture. It's a little girl and she is in the garden visiting with the fairies, all the fairies, and all the little animals in the garden. So sweet. You know, the little badgers and the butterflies, the mice. There's a whole bunch of fairies, sweet little fairies. They have a little house, there's little brooms holding up the roof. It's so cute. There's a lot of detail in that. A lot. I haven't put anything on the back, but I did print this on a manila, or the vanilla cardstock. This is just some staff paper. This is from the coffee filter. I made a ruffle out of it. Yay. And I put some rickrack, some baby rickrack, some vintage baby rickrack. That was my mother-in-law's. I'm almost out of it. That can be really expensive. So the white I'm almost out of. I have a ton of other colors, but here I did 2 little tags from the spring collection kit. I don't know which one, but they're cute. And I just, however many tags were on the page, I think I just sized it down. Either probably 5 by 7 or 4.5. I don't remember. And I used one of the dictionary phrases as the pocket. And that's printed on this cardstock as well. I like using this cardstock, or paper. I have it both in the paper and the cardstock. Edith Holden. This is from my friend Celeste. This is a little house I made. Thank you, Heather from Ruby and Pearl. Put a little bit of lace here. This was a pocket at one time for something. This little boy was on a stamp. I cut him out. He's holding a little bouquet of flowers. And there's a little pearl on the door. This is just a scrap piece of paper. And she's kind of like, to me, she's kind of peeking out the door. I kind of moved her head, so she's peeking out the door like, oh, who's there? Who's bringing me flowers? And this little green piece of paper right here, it's a scrap, believe it or not, and it has teeny tiny little dandelions in it. So cute. This is just some fabric tape. It's so cute. So Heather made larger ones years ago from Ruby and Pearl, and now it's like 1,000 kits on the market. And then butterfly with, it's that same music sheet that I ran through, but this is not the printed side. This is the actual music side. This is where I was going to put the buttons, but I have to sew them, and that's why they fell out, because I should have probably glued it and then just pinned it, because I don't want to lose them. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these and I'm going to put them here, because I just think it's so whimsical and so cute. So I'm going to put them across here like this. So the other one I did a blue polka dotted ribbon. And this one I did the like that pink, and that's on tea stained paper. But this is avocado, so I just thought it went well, and I thought it went well. I use this as a belly band. This is another one of Mrs. Cog's Fairy in the Garden. So those will go here, but I need to stitch them on. And I'll stitch them in a way so that I'll go through here, up, down, and then I'll do a French knot on the back so it looks pretty. Okay, so let me take those off, put this back in, and I'm going to take some glue, and I'm just gonna now glue this up, or I could just take some tape, but I'll just glue this up and then put the buttons inside, which is what I should have done in the first place. I just took a piece of scrap paper when I picked the buttons out. Those buttons are from Angela Kerr. Her, I think, Down the Garden Path kit. I'm pretty sure. Those are newer buttons. So I don't think I have them, but they are so cute. And you could even use them as little flower stems, you know. So you'd put, oh gosh, maybe I will do that. Maybe what I'll do is put the buttons and then do stems in, you know, stitching. So we'll see. That is for another day, not for today, for sure. So let me just put those buttons in here, and then I'll just clip them on so I don't lose them, and know that I have to do that because I'll forget. And then another little tag with that pretty yarn string or whatever it is. I love it. A pocket. This was a postcard from Lydia from the Spring Birds. It's got a little girl and some birds and some flowers, and it's really pretty. See, like, that's like the part I printed on, and then the other part was the music paper that I did not print on the other side. See? I only printed on one side. Oh, that's just not going to happen. That's just not going to work. So, maybe I don't know why I didn't think of that. Why didn't I think of that? I don't know. So, I just need to keep them together. That's all. So I'll do that last. And any slow stitching I'm going to do, I'll do last. And then this is from 1870. It did say April, and that's why I pulled it, because I was going to do it in April, but it's June, and it's fine. And then on this page is where I put, I think I made this on camera. I know I did. Whether or not I ever put up the video, I don't know. But it is just a, I really hope I put this video up. But it's like a little vellum but I spray both sides so it looks the same, and I just call them like my stained glass little windows. But and then I make like a little frame for around them, and then that's a specimen card label, I think from Tracy Fox, and I know that is. So that just goes right in there. And I did put it on with a ball pin and a little brad, so it would sit flat. And here we are on this page, and I would like to do this page if we have time, which I think we do. I'm just going to do this page because it's going to be really quick. It won't take long at all because I already have everything cut out. And that will be my last page, and it will be basically the same as the first page, which is the Edith Holden, sort of ode to Edith Holden. So I need her. Oh no, what did I do with the other one? See, these are how big they are. I wish that big one fit in the pocket, but it doesn't. I love the bigger one. Oh, wait a minute. It kind of does. And I still have some more of the big ones. So I may use the bigger ones. I don't know. But we'll see. So let me just, this is some foxglove, which grows in June. And it actually goes this way. No, it goes this way because I remember foxglove grows down. Oh, so I'm going to kind of hopefully get both of these pieces of foxglove on here. I know it looks upside down, but it really isn't because this is the way foxglove grows. It, you know, it's like bells. They grow down. And I know that I did this specifically because I knew that this would kind of go around this way. And then, should I add that or should I not? Should I just do one? I thought both would look good. I may just do the one because I do have a little piece here that says foxglove here. And then I have some quotes and pieces of poetry. Like this is a whole poem. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I may just put it throughout the different pages, you know, the different stanzas of the poem. So it's one whole poem, but it says June. So I'd like to use that. Oh, here she is. I need to back her. Here's some more pieces of foxglove I just didn't have the heart to throw away yet. And then this is just a quote. I love this one. I won't read it right now. And then this is milkweed, which I definitely want to use somewhere in the journal because this is what I grow for all my butterflies. And in Florida, it just comes back. I mean, it just keeps growing. I cut it and it comes back. I cut it and it comes back. And the butterflies are gorgeous. And they all butterflies come from South America anyway. But different butterflies come at different parts of the year. I just have a fascination with butterflies. I've studied them for a long time because of gardening, you know, just what to put in my gardens for them. Same thing with bees, you know, so that they'll pollinate. But this is milkwort, and then it gives all the botanical names for it. Small heath butterfly, meadow, oh, that's what it attracts. It attracts the smooth heath bedstraw butterfly. I think this is this is all the things that the milkwort, which is, we call it milkweed here, attracts. So these are all the butterflies that it attracts. So the meadow brown butterfly, the small heath butterfly, which I have a picture of a small heath butterfly on a milkweed, you know, eating off the milkweed. I was able to get a picture of that. I should print that and put it in here. That would look pretty. So I definitely want to use that. And then same thing with these somewhere. I just don't know where yet. So I just tore them out of the, my pages that I was using to cut the flowers from. But I cut these first because I wanted to keep them because they were good, really great quotes and definitions. And one is one of her journal entries, which I love her journal entries. They're fabulous. Have you ever read these books, by the way, anybody? Or do you just use them for journaling? I have been getting these books since 1977 when I started gardening. So all of my Edith Holden books are my own, except for things I've picked up at different used bookstores. I actually just got another small one for $1 at the used bookstore about a month ago. It's really small, but I love it because I can take like the phrases and the fussy cuts from it. I don't think it's that old. I don't know when it was published. But it was $1 and it was at my used bookstore. Oh, funny. This is actually older than one of mine, 1972. No, it can't be. 77 was the first one. That's weird. Oh, here. Yeah? No. Copyright Webb and Bauer Ltd, 1977 and 1982. I'm thinking that this is probably 1982. This was printed in Italy. Oh, but it's not in Italian. Dang. That's too bad. But I like it because, with the bigger book pages, sometimes they're, the images are too big. But, yeah, I love her diaries and her poetry. And of course, I mean, who can resist her watercolors? Nobody. So, yeah, look for them. They're everywhere. And don't, really seriously, thrift books, eBay, you use bookstores. One time I found a regular edition, 1977, copyright date, the regular size. I Googled it. Actually, I was looking for a friend. For one because she wanted one and didn't have one. And I wanted to gift it to her. And so I Googled it and it came up Walmart $10. So it was used, but I don't know how they sell it through Walmart. I know people sell through Amazon, but Walmart, I just never heard of it. So I'm going to put that there, but I'm going to get a little piece of this. Now this is the coffee filter, and it's a cross between a tea bag, and so it's lighter than a tea bag and heavier than dress pattern paper, So it's not dress pattern paper, but it's not like a tea bag, if that makes sense. But it's very lightweight. It's really a nice color, and I love it. And you could probably stain it different colors. This just happens to be already brown, so I do love it. So I'm just going to kind of I'll probably need a smaller piece for that, so I'll just tear it. And definitely put this here. And then I'll be done for today. And then I'll do a walkthrough. I just have to back some things, add some words and sentiments, put those buttons on. I did want to do some slow stitch, but I don't think I'll be able to on here because I just don't think I'll be able to. It's stitched. This isn't glued, so I would be able to get a needle through it, but I was kind of sad I didn't think of that beforehand. That would have looked really pretty. So I'm going to put this down here, foxglove here, so that kind of gives me my like my specimen label, if you will, but it's by Edith Holden. It's her, you know, writing. I just love her penmanship. So, why am I using this? I have no idea, but I am, so it's already here. But it's coming out good. I filled it with my little mixture of acetone and, you know, fingernail polish and glue. Because otherwise, that little tip, it won't come out very fast. But if you put a little bit of acetone in it, it will. So there's that. Scrunch it up a little bit. Isn't it? Oh my gosh, I love this paper. Who knew? I'm sure other people have used it, but like for collage or really anything, I think it's fabulous. It's not heavy. Because I pulled out my tea stained this, you know, to use, but I can actually use that for backing my little, you know, things. I'd rather use this. It's cheap. Not that I don't have plenty of that tea stain register tape, but I do have plenty of it. Where's the foxglove? Oh, and just make sure I have that inked really well. Not that you really need to with the Edith Holden. It really looks pretty aged already. And like I said, I didn't cut it. I just tore it. How I, you know, just tore around it. There we go. So I'll just kind of put this in here and just kind of, oops, this is really good. It makes great cardstock for backing things. And for fussy cutting, oh my gosh, so easy. So I think I will just use the one. I think the both will be too much. Or maybe I'll just use this one. I don't like the way that one goes. This one curves really nice. So I'll use this one. And then maybe a piece of her, well, that says milkweed. I don't want to use that. But maybe I'll use this as kind of like a belly band to keep this little, oh yes. See? Just play. Oh, that works so well. That's wonderful. That works really good. What's on the back of that? I don't even think I'll back that. I like that. So I'm going to just glue here and here. Up here. I hope that's not too fragile, that little tiny piece. We'll see. So I'm going to, I need to lift this up real quick because I don't want to go over the meaning of the foxglove. I mean, just in case, I might want to gift it to somebody, but I don't think so. I really love it, and I have so enjoyed working with this. I really have. It is so fun. And I really did take my time. I didn't rush it, which is really nice. I really enjoyed myself yesterday. I spent a lot of time in it. You know, just picking different things and pulling more boxes. So, this. So now I can slide this inside here, like that. And this is just, I'm not going to read it now, but it's a really nice quote. I love it, love it, I love it. So I'll think about where I'm going to put those other pages from Edith Holden, you know, the poems. I'll, you know, figure out different pages. Like I can put like a part here and then flip it, maybe put another part here and then flip it, and then another part here and then flip it, and then, yeah. So I have 3, and then the milkweed. I'll just have to go through. I am sure probably in spring, like maybe April, I can find some milkweed to put in there for the milkweed. And, or just get these kind, I have a whole box still of butterflies. So that's it for today. I will finish it and then do a walkthrough possibly this afternoon, and we can move on to our mini journal so that we can get to our prayer journal. The mini journal will be 2 videos because as long as it's all cut up, which it will be, it doesn't take long at all. And Angela has a video on how to construct them. Not this particular one, so that's why I want to construct this one on video. So until next time, I hope that you enjoyed that video. I wish I could leave it up like that, but I don't think it will stay up like that. But once I put the closure on, I think it just will look really pretty. So that's that for today. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you're new here, definitely let me know who you are in the comments below. And if you have, I love this June here. I just think that's great. If you're new here, welcome. And let me know if you have a YouTube channel so I can follow you as well. Okay? And I'll finish this up and do a walkthrough possibly this afternoon, and that way I can put all my ephemera away. So enjoy the rest of your day. Be kind, be sweet, and God bless. Love y'all. Bye.